Hello again. I'm back. We got back into the files. It kicked me out, but I'm back. Alright. And we were here. Come on. I'm not a robot. Fat, thank you for listening. Thanks for sending. I listened to it all. I like Dance for Jesus Electronic Prayer. You know, I find that to be interesting that I guess I'm not gonna make this claim, but from what this appears to me to be is that, you know, Jeffrey Epstein was influencing some factors within the Christian church, I guess, Christian music at the very least. That's what I'll say. A lot of money goes into religion. That's what I will say. To Jeff from, I don't know. I had read this earlier, and it's just the same document, so I'm not going to read it again. I believe that was in my last vid, so if you want to check that out, go check it out. Your worship, it comes with a 1-week title of a major rare. Okay, from Boris Boris Nikolic. I believe it's Nikolic. That's what it would be. Thank you so much. As we said, next dinner is on me. Did you hear that Milani has a new title? Your worship. Comes with a 1-week title of the major of Harar. If you did not know, just send her an email or text and call her by her title. She will love it. Boris. First draft only. Strangeness. That's what I must say. Come on. Same thing. Nothing new. Coronavirus cases. Okay, this could be fascinating. Bulletin Intelligence. FBI Public Affairs News Briefing Friday on 2020. In 2020. I'm not going to get into all that. By Ted Regencia and Lindsay Minerva. Sultan bin Sulaim, A Bronx Tale. A Bronx Tale. After the congregants of an Orthodox synagogue could no longer afford their rent, they found help in the local mosque. Okay. Members of the Chabad of East Bronx worship in the Islamic Cultural Center of North America. Near the corner of Westchester Avenue and Pugsley Street in Parkchester, just off the elevated tracks of the number 6 train, Yakov Wayne Bowman, I don't know, stood outside a graffiti-covered storefront on a chilly Saturday morning, suited up in a black overcoat with a matching wide-brimmed black fedora. The thickly bearded 42-year-old chatted with elderly congregants as they entered the building for Shabbat service. The only unusual detail, the synagogue is a mosque. What? Synagogues are Jewish and mosques are Islamic, from my understanding. I could have that. I could be wrong about that, so. Or rather, it's housed inside a mosque. That's right. Members of the Chabad of East Bronx, an ultra-Orthodox synagogue, worship in the Islamic Cultural Center of North America, which is home to the Al-Iman Mosque. People have a misconception that Muslims hate Jews, said Bowman, but here is an example of them working with us. Indeed, though conventionally viewed as adversaries both here and abroad, the Jews and Muslims of the Bronx have been propelled into an unlikely bond by a demographic shift. The Bureau was once home to an estimated 630,000 Jews, but by 2002, that number had dropped to 45,100, according to a study by the Jewish Community Relations Council. At the same time, the Muslim population has been increasing. In Park Chester alone, there are currently 5 mosques, including Masjid Iman. Nowhere in the world would Jews and Muslims be meeting under the same roof, said Patricia. So I'm not going to go through that. There's no really dialogue. He's just referencing other people's stuff. So what about this one? Redacted, FBI Public Affairs, news briefing. I don't like going through these because, as you can see, there's so many. For guidance, chapter name, okay, let's do this. 3 pieces in the next pages are from inside and outside the Kaaba. The below photos are just to illustrate from where are the pieces from, exterior, interior. I don't know if I'm supposed to be looking at this, actually. Below pieces is used inside the Kaaba where no one touched. Text is written in Arabic calligraphy. It translated below. Chapter name, Al-Baqarah, the cow, verse number 144. We see the turning of thy face for guidance to the heavens. Now shall we turn to thee, to Qibla, that shall please thee. Turn then thy face in the direction of the sacred mosque. There's no God to be worshipped but Allah and Muhammad, and that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Chapter name, Al-Imran, verse number 96. Verily, the first house of worship appointed for mankind was that of Makkah, full of blessings and a guidance for Al-Alamin, the mankind, and jinns. Jinns are demons, if I'm not mistaken. This piece is part of the Kiswa exterior, which covered the Kaaba, and it was covering the Kaaba for a year. Kaaba? I don't know. People touch it and pray while their hands on it. This piece was made from the same factory and material that covers the Kaaba, but it was not used on the Kaaba. Next, the text is written in Arabic calligraphy, translated below. This part says, in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. It's circled by a chapter from the Quran, which say, He is Allah, who is one Allah, the eternal refuge. He neither begets nor is born, nor is there to him any equivalent. Quran 112, Surat Al-Ikhlas, the sincerity. That's fascinating. Come on. I think I already went over this one. It's just an FBI briefing. 2014 applicants and benefits. LV Jet. Jeffrey, we consulted with Elliot Goldman at Audio Advisors and PBI. He contacted his live concert experts in LA. Below is option number 1, Mayer's sound for line array application. I will have one more quote from an Italian manufacturer, Montalbo. That estimated price is in $90K range, compared to Mayer's sound quote for $120K. We wanted speakers in sound systems and stuff. So let's see, signed. Let's do this one. Yes, I'm 18. I don't know what I'm looking at there. 2009, the Chief Lands Officer, Lands Office. Dear Sir, Madam, recommendation to Commissioner of Land. Farm and Inspection Report. I wish to report that my office undertook an inspection of the 250 hectares of land which GE Mulamina is applying for in Chief Kapihimbana area, and the findings are as follows. Early settlers, the said land is free of early settlers, and hence displacements will not arise. Burial sites, the land being applied for has no burial sites. National forests, there are no national forests on the land being applied for, no, so qualifies for alienation. National monuments, there are no national monuments. Sources of streams and rivers, there are no streams and rivers. National parks, game management area, there are no game parks and no game management areas. Holders to title, there are none. So, this is uninhabited land. What could that be? Farm site. What does that say right there? Kamale? I don't know. No geographer, to be honest, so. Third Church will take challenge to state worship restrictions to Supreme Court. FBI briefing. Authorities claim he had detailed plans to bomb the Legacy International Worship Center. 2019. Today's New Mexico headlines. In China, he declared that true democracy and social stability. Who's this from? Office Terje Todd Larson. Why the U.S. may be secretly cheering a Muslim Brotherhood run for Egypt's presidency. Controversial poem about Israel, Günter Grass's lyrical first strike. Como over his decision. Prosecutors home torched after cameras disabled. Boards of election delay in counting votes violates. Senator indicted Alvis Williams Jr. and 2 Senate staffers arrested in federal fraud and bribery case. Prosecutors home destroyed and suspected arson on St. Croix. I wonder when this was. Where's his birth certificate? Alright. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Master Series, think. Okay, dude, what? What's this? It's interesting, something, nothing. So what is this, just a script? How long ago now? 7:30. Shimon Post. Press Bulletin. Oh Lord, what did I stumble upon? I don't know if I should put this out. Full liquor, full nudity, fiction. I don't. Persian room. What did I just find, bro? I don't think that's technically. I don't think I should be looking at this or have be streaming this one, but I am fascinated nonetheless. So it could be incriminating to some. So I'm going to put it. In a file. Incriminating. Who sent this to him? You know what I mean? I don't even know. Don't say. That's crazy. That's crazy. Toys Free Palestine. External Epstein Injustice. We are all watching you. 2025. These have been coming all day. I will forward to you. Epstein Injustice. No hope to send me to prison for asking why he stole my compensation millions. I'm not permitted to respond to her chosen. I removed that creature from my response. We are dealing with hardened criminals. I removed the bedwords too, as we think they are in cahoots very clearly, taking certain to reward each long-term adult sex worker with millions. Wow. Watch 3 mil plus 7.4 mil each is really good adult hooker compensation. That's crazy. 7.4 million each. Why was the whistleblower so ruthlessly used and then well chucked? You are a legit scumbag, one who knew his best friend raped his client. You aren't even worthy you aren't even worthy a criminal and belong in prison. I hope hell is real. If it is, on fire there now. I wonder who that is. You will join him. If the Tibetan Book of the Dead is real, you still end up in your own personal hell. Bad people like you do not succeed without the meat sack. Sodomized me. Told me we're carrying on like crazy, so I'm glad to have her contact again. It will be handy for deposing, etc. We all know that have been up to. Everything with you people was about fucking, that's the word. We see the fruits of the labors by dual colonizing terrorist soldier Yeshiva U. Wexner scholar. This black cube scam was the limit. It was brain trauma times a million. The world sees your scheme at BSF. We will live to tell on all of you. Fig off hard and free Palestine. Free everyone from BSF Wexner and the Chucky Force. Like Satan, you aren't even worthy of our words. I'm reduced to images because the disgust is so extraordinary. We will put each of you in your proper place, I promise. Many willing participants in the Epstein ring that helped them rape girls played victim after he was arrested and paid out millions. Of course, these have been redacted. Prelia was an adult sex worker turned 6-year pro. Free Palestine. These are some crazy images. Double-handed deck. Edwards Pottinger, LLC. Who's that? Whoa, I'm not supposed to depict that. The hero you forgot. Dude, what the actual hell? What am I witnessing? Devil in disguise. Sent from, you will all go down for what you have done. Epstein victims, this is your last chance for redemption. I don't think I was supposed to see that. Huh. I gotta check my... File wasn't available on site. If that's the case, I'm gonna have to write that down. EFT A 01652 669 PDF. That was sick. That was the most sickening thing I think I have seen in some of this. Bloomberg, North Korea shows dangers of half deal with Iran. When was this? 2013. Gary Michalin. Israel Hezbollah shadow war. Slate. The art of cyber war. Daily Star Morocco offers a paradigm for good ties. Goodities with Jews? I don't know. The West Bank protests raise fear of third intifada. Not going through it. Damn. They always do this to me. So I was on 3. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe I was just on 2. No, I must have been on 3. Did they remove that document that I just found? 2014 features benefits application readers very small foot. Maybe I was on 4. Must have been on 4. Yeah. Jewish cemeteries and places of worship kept protected. Yeah, this is where I was. Admitting the crime, Moyo told the court, "Your worship, I don't know." Wednesday, 2011. Man claims prostitute turned into a donkey. What? News got a story. Email. Vile man said donkey was in fact prostitute. Man killed over sex with donkey. Farmer arrested for killing lingerie-clad pervert who had sex with his favorite ass. Man sex. Jody's weapons. March destruction. Mom asked Balatelli to pop out of an iron. He came back, followed by a warrior trampoline. Meanwhile, house was 5 times the drink drive limit. Kitty's Wild Night, but in underwear. Man claims prostitute. Okay, what are these? Just different documents? I don't know. Now I'm on 5. They did it again. Well,